Hello, my name's Allie, and you probably know me as Allie Top Files. I'm finally here. This is the first live stream ever that I'm ever doing. So please, please give me some of your patience because I'm not a YouTuber, okay? I'm a researcher. This is my partner, Chris. I'm going to introduce him more in depth in a minute. Just want to talk a little bit about me and what I do. I'll just go very brief because we want to get into a couple things today. So I was a medical secretary for quite a few years, then had children, and then actually I had, I have a lot of media experience too, in social media and stuff like that. So I'm also a photographer. So that's what I do now. And I'm also a painter. I paint. Probably a lot of people don't know a lot about that, but I paint. So I did do a video regarding, the artwork of Charlie and how it looks sketchy and shady. I'll probably do another live about that. Anyhow, that's a little bit about me. And I research and I have a great memory and I come on other people's lives and blah, blah, blah. You probably know all about that. Now here's Chris. He is going to explain what he does because he's fabulous.
Hi guys, so my name's Chris. You can find me on X as Allie Files Team. And I'm in a think tank as Stargazer, but I go by Chris or Mad Max. Reach out to me anytime. My history and my specialty I'll go into just very, very briefly. I've got about 25 years in film, television, live events. I've got about quite a few different skills. So I've got 5 years in lighting and power. I got about 5 years in audio. I've got 10 years in camera. I've done technical troubleshooting for 5 years. I've also done Terrell Farnsworth's job. I've been a tech supervisor for 15 years. That's a little bit about my backstory, my experience. So I've done all kinds of events. I've done red carpet events, live music, pretty much everything.
You're on the Beast Games.
Yeah, I did Beast Games Season 1. I operated robotic cameras on that. So I'm a little well-rounded, and I hope to bring a little insight to this investigation. That's all I've been trying to do. And that's it. That's just a little bit about me. We're just going to, I think now, talk a little bit about how we stumbled into the Charlie Kirk investigation. So, Allie, do you want to explain a little bit about that?
Sure. So when this happened in September, I think I saw it on X on a different platform because now obviously I have a new account, right? So I stumbled upon it, and it was just a guy doing a selfie video saying that Charlie's he's passed away, and I couldn't believe it. So I was searching and looking for the video. And after that, obviously, as you all know, it just went crazy. It was everywhere, right? I thought it was really odd at first when I looked at the video, but then after that, going on TikTok and
I think it was more shock and awe, wasn't it? Like at that time, like we just didn't know what to make of it. Like
I believed it. I believed like he's not here, right? But
yeah,
then,
we did believe it actually.
Yeah,
we were upset. We were grieving for Erica. We were doing the full thing.
Guys, I fully on cried with my neighbor in the garage. I swear to God, I was crying. I was bawling my eyes out because I've been watching him for years. I can remember debates. I have a good memory like him. I found a lot of like little quirky things that he has in me. So I think a lot of other people do too. He was just one of a kind. Okay. So then fast forward maybe like 2 weeks after, I get somebody DM me.
I don't even think it was 2 weeks. Might have only been a week or so, but yeah,
like approximately.
Yeah.
She was there. I'm not going to mention who it was, and she couldn't upload anything. She couldn't upload it on TikTok. She couldn't upload it on Instagram. She couldn't upload it anywhere. It would get taken down. So she sent me the Google Drive, and that's how this whole thing started. I had to get this stuff to someone. So I had to get Mr. Let Go, anybody, Baron, Ian, anybody that would listen to how shady this was, because I didn't want to even look at anything until after the memorial, because the
And-
memorial was
Yeah.
actually, I cried for that too. That was just not anymore.
Yeah, it was just weird. And like, you know, Allie's friend sends her this drive and she can't upload anything, and it's got over 100 files in it, and it's got video and stills, and you know, we didn't know anybody, so like, how do we try to find out information? So that's when we just started looking at stuff, and then we were listening to people, and then started going through our files, this drive that was sent to us by a UVU student, and things just didn't really line up. And you know, pretty much from there on, it sort of lit a fire under Allie's butt, and she really wanted to know what was going on. So pretty much from there on out, Allie Files was kind of born, and we started looking for other people who were talking about this.
Yeah, like Mr. Let Go and Baron, obviously I met after, but yeah, it was just then the hands came out, because she did a video, Erica did a video, and it's still on her Instagram. He noticed something, and then I noticed something, because he's 6'6", I'm 5'2", or 5'3", closer to 5'3". I have tiny, okay, I got really tiny hands. You see how tiny they are? Okay, now show yours. Like, okay, we can do this, because we did it on Mr. Leco's, but we sent a picture or whatever, you know. Okay. You know, okay, let's do this. Wait, let's. I'm laughing.
Like,
I mean, what is happening? Can you tell me what's happening?
Like, here, ball up your hand.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'll do my other. Show my other hand. Like,
was that really them? Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, and originally, like, we had been looking at recent pictures of Erica, and then we were also looking at past pictures of Erica. And originally, when we saw that video, we didn't think it was Erica. We actually thought there was a double, right?
Yes.
And then Allie found a wedding photo on Erica's page, and we were like, whoa, okay, that actually is Erica, but is that Charlie?
Yeah, because it was kind of like, she's like, kind of like, he's holding his hand towards her, and she's kind of just holding it like that. Like, look at the difference. A 6'6" man is not going to have tiny hands, right? I think Valhalla even spoke about this too. But we talked about this in September and October, and now it's coming out again.
Yeah.
Right?
And I think it was, even though it was odd, nobody really wanted to talk about it until it was made known that Charlie hadn't been buried. And once that was made known, now everybody wanted to go back and start looking at this, because it actually had relevance. Like, back then it was just something weird. It was a one-off. You couldn't really make heads or tails of it. Like, I originally thought it was just a publicity stunt designed to ingratiate Erica with us. You know, here's going to be the new CAO, and she's a grieving person, and she's been through, you know, trauma. And so, you know, like a lot of us, we were willing to give her the benefit of the doubt, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Okay, so that's just a little bit of how we stumbled across everything, a little bit of to who we are and our experience. And we do got a lot to go through. I'm just looking at all our notes here. And
what do you want to start with first, babe?
I don't know. There's a bazillion things to cover. If you want, we can leave our theory to the end. If you want, we can.
Well, I did tell everybody that I was going to show the necklace. Okay.
Okay, we can
demonstrate that. Let's have some fun with a 6 foot. This guy's he's awesome. Okay, he's going to show how we have a 29-inch necklace, and I believe Charlie's was 30-inch. Okay,
it's 30 to 32, about the same size, right?
So we have a necklace here. La la la. It's 29-inch. I just put a little charm on it to show, like, I'm going to take it off, but it's just to show where it, because on Charlie, it landed right in the middle of his breastbone area. Okay. So we're going to, do you guys want to see this? What's everybody saying in the chat? Do you want to see how
it's
crazy
busy.
this is? I'm going to show you.
All right, so we'll go through this quickly. I'm just going to get set up on another chair here so that you guys can see, because you got to be able to see how far it goes down.
Yeah.
Because that's what really makes a difference.
Yes, so he's just going to get another chair. He put this disco ball for me. Isn't this cute? He set this up for me. Thank you so much, Chris.
I try. I'm just trying to support
you. He set up everything for me, like, because he's the audio guy. Okay.
Get the audio guy.
So,
Mic check, check.
Chair out of the way. Okay.
I'm kidding. You want to move this back a bit?
I don't know if I can, really.
There you go. Go there.
It can go there?
Right, yeah, right there.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty. So first just show, can you just show like where it lines up?
Yep, we'll do that first, just for some context, right? Yeah. So, say this is his necklace.
Yeah, and so he did have some charms here, and it landed right. I don't know if you guys can see. It landed right there. I have a picture of it somewhere. Okay, so now let's take that off and take the charm off. Or if you want to say something.
Nope, that's okay. We'll lose the charm for now.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't have a cross. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. And we'll get set up for our side profile. So do this, right? So as we know, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, it was snapped from Charlie's right side, right? It was snapped from Charlie's right side.
Yes.
So that means the break in the chain had to come from this side somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to slide the chain around, right? And then right here, this is where we've got
the break. That's
the break right now. This is where we're going to just guess where it was, right? Because we actually don't know.
Right.
Right. So this is where it is. So I'm going to hold this. I'm going to slip to the side.
Yep. Alrighty.
Right. So this is the side profile, right?
Yep.
And just reminding that Charlie and I are about the same size. Like I'm 6'6", 230 pounds. Charlie was 6'6", about the same, 220, 230. So we're about the same size.
Yes.
So you want to come in and take that side now?
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to hold this right where the break was, and we'll test the length.
Now, if you watched my video on X, when it does swing out, it goes underneath his underpit.
Because he's holding a mic.
Because he's holding a mic, and his chain whips this way. Okay? So this is a 29-inch chain. I'll show you with a longer one in a minute. Okay, ready? So it whips, goes this way, and as you can see, it is not, and it went all the way to his thigh, all the way to Charlie's thigh.
So this is obviously not long enough.
Okay, so let's make it more, give it more some more slack.
So as you can see, I'm still holding it from where the original break point was. So now I'm going to slide it all the way up to here. Well, so we're going to assume that when it broke, the chain slid. We'll make that assumption, benefit of the doubt, right?
Yes.
So now let's see what happens, guys.
Okay.
Right? Now how far is it?
We're giving him more slack.
And he's got his mic in his hand. Well, that still doesn't do it. Well, that's bizarre.
That's really bizarre.
That's bizarre.
Because now it's going to 32-inch, it looks like it. Like you're giving it a lot of slack, right?
Yep. So I got it right here. It's pinned up here on my shoulder.
And it didn't just fall down to the ground, guys. It swung back and forth. Okay.
Which is also weird. So what stopped it from falling?
Yeah.
We think we got the answer to that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later, maybe.
Alrighty.
But what stopped it from falling? So that's bizarre. So this is about 30 inches.
Now we're going to get...
It doesn't quite work.
Yeah.
So we came up with a different sort of way.
Yes, we did.
Now we've got a standard iPhone cable.
Let's show the...
Now let's see what the length is on this iPhone cable compared to what that chain would have been.
Way longer.
And there. So it's huge. It's got, a lot of extra length on it. This is, I know, a very ghetto sort of recreation, but
it's okay.
It's just common sense, right? Like something can't be 20 inches or 20 inches long if it's 10 inches. Something can't be 40 inches long if it's only 30.
And now put that on, but put it on like as a necklace first, babe.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good point.
Yeah.
So here we go. So I don't know if how long the chain was, but I don't think it was coming down. It didn't
go down to his belly button.
My belly button's here, right? My pecs end here, so it's quite low. So now we'll do the exact same thing, right? So we'll assume again.
Yeah.
It was snapped somewhere around here.
Yeah.
So we'll go back to the side profile.
Yep. Okay.
I'm gonna get. So I got this
This
here.
is way long now. I don't know if it's 50-inch, and I don't think charms hang down to his belly button. Okay, ready, guys? It swung.
Oh, that's getting closer. Look at that.
Yes, it is, but it's still not down to his thigh, and this thing is so long. Oh my god.
Okay, so
This is so weird.
now we're gonna cheat it again. So I had it here at the break point. Now we're gonna cheat it again to help it out. Try to prove that it was a necklace, like, you know.
Everybody's saying it's a necklace.
So here we go. So
we
now
disagree, right?
So now I've given it more cheating length. So now let's check it again.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Ready? And so from over here, it flips and it swings.
Oh, wait a minute. That's actually starting to get to the proper length.
It's flying right down to your thigh, right exactly where it landed on Charlie.
So
remember, he has a tall torso as well.
Yeah, and like I'm slouching a little, but you know, within a couple inches, that's about it, right? So we just don't think it's the chain. Mm-hmm. You know, and there's a couple other things about the chain which are just off anyways. Yeah. But we just don't think it was it. The length doesn't line up. Like Charlie's got a long body, and I got a long body too, and it just doesn't work. I'm going to get into my smaller chair. Yes.
I don't know. I'm just reading the chats here, seeing what people are saying. Charlie's chain was a little beaded. Yeah.
Yes, it was a little beaded.
It was. What else? Hey, Trigger Smart.
Is Trigger in there?
Trigger's awesome.
Hey, Trigger. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for the support.
Thank you so much. We just did the necklace comparison,
Yeah.
Right? So you have to rewind it and check it out. Yeah, so was it an earpiece with cord?
If it was, that's actually a decent question, right? So if it was an earpiece, they do go up like this, and then inside I've had to wear them at work tons of times. I hate them. Honestly, I hate them. I'd rather have a mic that I can clip to me and I can just be like, hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. But you would have seen a little ball on the end, obviously, for, you know. He
didn't have anything in his ears. I didn't see it.
I didn't see anything either, but you know, that doesn't, like, maybe we missed it. Like, I think a lot of people went and looked at this early on because it was a big topic of conversation. What is this, right?
So we just showed, if you guys are just coming in now, we just showed the length of his necklace, which this is what is this, 29-inch, and I believe he was wearing a 30-inch. Okay, and I did the test with Chris, and it didn't even reach his thigh. But with this, obviously, this is way longer.
That's an iPhone cable.
Okay. If you just tuned in now, rewind and watch it.
Other people are confirming here in the chat there was nothing in the ears.
Nothing in the ears. Okay.
Yeah. Great. So that, you know, that's what we thought. That's what a lot of people said, and just wanted to try to go through that, and you know, maybe we can put that sucker to rest, and unless something new comes up. We love new information, and we appreciate quick and efficient debunks. Yes. You got to debunk, do it, get it done, and then we can put that information aside.
Also, his mic, his Rode mic, it was recording audio for YouTube purposes or something like that, right? Why was it on the inside? You know, usually would magnet it. The magnet goes on the inside of his shirt. Why, like, that whole thing? Shady, very shady.
It's just unusual. Like when you look back in past videos, it looks like there's no continuity with how they do a setup, right? Yeah. And Candace said they were doing stuff a little weird on this show. Well, yeah, they were. But there's no continuity. Like half the times it's in, half the times it's out. Sometimes he doesn't even have it. So one thing that would have made sense is if they were going to put it inside here, there's something called a windsock. And that's normally put over the top of a microphone in order to stop ambient sounds from coming through. So if you got a reporter on the street and they're like this, you may notice that on. And that's so that if it's windy, you don't get that muffly sound in the mic, stuff like that.
Somebody asked a question. I don't know if I can read it. Oh, did you guys? So it's L2 Design. Thank you so much for the super chat. Did you guys see if Dan Flood had those Irish settler boots? Oh, his boots.
He's talking about his boots.
Yeah, those are like protective protective footwear for.
Yeah, those are insulated.
Yep,
I believe those
yep.
are insulated boots.
You are correct.
Yep, that was L2 Design Super Chat, $20.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. And yeah,
guys, I
you
don't
believe
know.
that?
I don't know how. We don't know how to put it on the screen.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Oh yes.
I'm sorry. Just, like, bear with me.
As Ali mentioned, we're technically challenged. We're doing we're doing this stream literally off a cell phone and an iPad.
Because my computer died.
Yeah, her computer died, so we're
Yeah.
hoping to save up and get her something soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to read
my daughter
out.
got one, and then like now I don't have one.
Oh, well, that's what being a parent is. So
look what he bought me.
Oh yeah, if people can read that, it says Ali FBI.
Look what he bought me.
Funny thing, when she first started researching, that was actually her handle before Ali Top Files, and because she was coming with such good information, people were calling her fat.
Yeah,
like they were like, you're part of the system.
I got like DM saying like, I know you're part of this. I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
Actually, no. I'm just somebody who's Googling stuff on my phone.
I am not. I'm not any of those things. I do research. I love researching, guys. I've always wanted to get into forensics or even be an FBI. Like, I would love to be. I would love to have gone into that field. And I tried to do policing and stuff, but other things happen in life. Blah blah. Anyhow, what is the next thing on the list, babe?
We do got a couple things. Just want to quickly get to this other super chat that's here.
Okay.
It's from Measured Man, $5. Hi, Ali, Guardians of Equality. Thank you for your work.
Thank you so much. I see you on X all the time. Thank you for your work. Thank you so much for your work. Thank you for the super chat. Now, what else? I mean, we're gonna go live. I can't bring up media, and I think we can't even bring up Charlie Kirk's face anymore. I don't know if that's so. But
as the channel evolves, we hope to build it up and to get Ali some more resources. But at this point, we just needed to start getting more information out and just introduce ourselves and just sort of go from there. We do got another super chat here. Ivan, $20 super chat. Awesome team, go Max. Yes,
Ivan,
sir.
Is that the one that called me goat?
I'm not
I don't know if that's the one.
But thank you, Ivan, and we appreciate your support. Ali appreciates your support as well.
Ivan is Ivan. Awesome team, go Max. I wish I can bring everything up on the screen. I will promise you next time I will, but I just don't know what I'm doing.
We'll figure it out. We promise.
I'm a researcher, not a YouTuber. So
we both are.
If someone asks me, Ali, can you find this? And I'm going on a live stream with somebody, can you find this, and that? In a second, I can find it, right? So I learned how to do StreamCard. I got help from Mr. Lecco and Trigger Smart. Trigger Smart, you're supposed to help me. You're supposed to go on a test with me. But anyways, I figured it out myself, and it's okay. I still need help with other things. Like the screen is it's very complicated, guys. It's not easy to do this, but I'm doing it. I have so much stuff to show you guys. It's going to blow your mind. So when I can bring up media, you're going to be like, what the heck is going on?
All right. I'm just going to hit up one more super chat here, and then we'll move on to another topic. It is Paul Croak, 9999, $5 Britain bucks. Thank you for the UK, sir.
UK.
Why didn't they have a lavalier mic connected to the road, then tape that to his chest? That would be just double redundancy. You wouldn't need two mics. And, actually, if we want to just segue right into talking about the mic, we can now. So it would just be another mic. So you would have two mics there doing the same job, and it's not really needed. And while we're going to talk about the mics, the purpose for that mic is just unusual in itself. So like knowing the business, that's just it's either a backup mic or it will be what is called a B-roll mic. And for the definition of B-roll would just be footage taken outside sort of the main event. So you have, for example, you'll have Charlie sitting there and he's going to be talking to the student, right? So a definition of B-roll footage would be, while that's going on, they've got a camera in the crowd, just shooting people's reactions or maybe doing interviews, and say they're just shooting reactions. Well, having that mic there now means that they can have that audio sync to that camera. and it might save him a little bit of time in post. So that's pretty much what that is. And if it's not that, it's just a backup mic.
Mm-hmm.
Having said that, it's not really a necessity to have that there. Like, it'll save you a little bit of time in post, but say you want to overlay a specific audio on the video track from that B-roll camera, you're gonna have to pull it and then match it up, time it anyways. So it's bizarre.
It's bizarre because wouldn't it make, if you put it underneath here and he's moving, wouldn't it make like crackle sound?
Well, it would. And you know, I guess like if it's for a secondary camera, like a B-roll camera, sure, you're not going to need every single sentence, every word. You're going to cut around it and take the parts that you want out of it in your post-production editing.
Right.
So sure, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, it's not really needed.
And you guys got to remember, he was holding a microphone that had an XR cable, right? Like one of these. Oh, we got one.
Yeah.
So here we go. This is like Chris's
part of my kit.
Part of his kit. So this was connected to Charlie's microphone. So it was a cabled mic. It wasn't wireless. So when he was talking, it had a cable. And so did Hunter Kozak. So there was two corded cable.
Yeah, they were both cabled mics.
Yeah, cabled mics. Okay.
Yep. I'll just chuck that over there.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's important because, you know, we're gonna get into, because we have a theory of what happened, and I don't know if you want to get into that now. There was a super chat if you want to read that now or later. We will get into this. Okay.
We'll hit that right after we get this.
Okay.
This is Adrienne Clark, $20 super chat. Keep up the good work. I enjoy your content. Question: Candace Milo, Tucker Milo pool, Milo divorce rumors.
Yes.
Was Charlie to come out? Is this a part of the plan? Is it just weird? All Tucker's gay discussions.
Listen, we've been saying this from the beginning. Like, they sold their home, right?
Well, allegedly, we don't know, but
everything's allegedly, and this is all just a theory. This is for entertainment purposes only, guys. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, but selling a home like 9 months before, or no, it was a year before this all happened, is kind of weird.
Yeah, like it may hint at some problems potentially, but you know, we don't know that. There are some rumors circulating right now about a custody battle for her kids between I think it's the grandparents. So that's also something unusual.
It just came out, right?
Yeah, it just came out. It's been floating around. I remember seeing some posts on X about it today. I don't know how viable it is at this moment, but I'm pretty sure it'll get flushed out.
I think it's Project Constitution, which huge shout out to him because like he's fabulous. He's just like amazing. Yeah. He has the details on every single post. So go check him out on X. Yeah.
Okay, so let's dive in.
Trigger.
Oh, Trigger.
Thank you so much.
Trigger Smart with a super chat here. $20 super chat. Keep up the good work. If you want that Mac laptop, let me know. Oh my goodness, Trigger.
Thank you so much. No,
thank you so much.
I didn't get it for a Christmas present because we were doing other things, but we were in the works of getting one, right?
We're trying. Yeah. We gotta save. Things are pricey these days.
Yeah. Especially because the other one broke down. So
yeah. Okay. So let's dive into a good topic here. So we were already talking a little bit about just the mic placement, what it was probably doing. Now, do we actually want to go dive into the theory itself? I got some of our notes here, and we can go into pros and cons of the.
Do you want me to like explain to people what I think my theory is?
Just sure.
Okay.
Mention that just so that people know where we stand, because I don't believe we've actually mentioned that on the show yet.
Right.
So that's important to get out.
Sure. So a little bit like in the beginning, obviously we didn't know what was happening, and further into the videos and looking at the footage, I could clearly, I have it on my X somewhere. I could clearly see something is wrong with his neck. There is a patch here. And if I go to my photo editing application that I have, you can see it. You can literally see a patch here. And I'm like, wait, what is this? And I did it again. I highlighted it again and again and again. And it's still there. Okay. So my theory is with all that's going on with Charlie, the Doge audit, you know, Dan knew that he was getting death threats. I believe they even used the Utah place, which is a perfect place to do this, to fake. I don't know if I can say this on YouTube even. To you know, unalive himself. Am I allowed to say that? I'll call him George.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll call him George.
Georgie Porgy. Like Georgie Porgy was going to you know, unalive himself, and I don't know because I don't know a lot about YouTube strikes. So so
we thought Georgie Porgy was going to fake it.
Yeah.
And then he got taken out
anyways. So he went into it, everything prepared, probably did like 7 billion, you know, trial runs of this. Okay. And something went wrong. Not wrong as in an accident, but Charlie didn't know it. This is just my feeling and my theory. Okay. It's not written in stone, and I'm not, as Barron would say, I'm not married to this either, because something else could come out.
There's just nothing to disprove it yet. So, like, basically, when we first started looking into the ZAP theory, as we'll call it, we realized not only was it possible, it actually freaked us out because it was possible from what we counted originally was a dozen different ways. So the first thing we had to do to try to prove this theory was to disprove all the other ways and narrow it down to something. So at this point, we've got it nailed down to 2 different ways and 1 primary way. And the reason why we sort of looked at this is because with just, and Allie's mentioned this a bunch of times, just with all the water around on the campus, it could have happened by accident. Just accident, a fluke accident.
It could have happened. It could have.
Now,
like the concrete could be wet.
Anything.
Wet.
There was so much water there. There was damage. They were redoing the electrical outlets that were coming from the underground tunnel. You notice that they've got a pillar there. The electrical outlets looked like they were just reinstalling them. A couple were on the ground, so they were doing some work there. So it easily could have happened by accident. Now, if you take malicious intent, and now you put that behind that. Mm-hmm. If it easily happened by accident, then of course it could have been done intentionally. And that's just the way we sort of think about that, to be honest. Yeah.
You want to read that super chat before we get into it some more, because we might lose it. It's right here.
There's another. Stop.
Oh, there's another one?
There's another one. Nope, that's triggers. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I wish I could pull it up on the screen. This is my first live ever.
Yeah, we'll read them all out, though. We'll read it. We'll read everything out.
I'm so sorry.
This is from Desiree H, $20 super chat. I wonder how many times the security has caught people with bad intentions, or if they have said no to a venue because of security risks, or was it the one time someone tried to kill Charlie? They were lucky, no security. Those are some very good observations. Yeah. And we don't have the answers to all of that, but no. It'd be interesting to know if they had come across this situation in the past and what they actually did. Did they go through with it? Did they cancel? Did they reschedule? Did they just move it to a different venue and do it on the same day? Like what was their past go-to solution for these situations?
Yeah, and I did notice that whatever happened when he went up, it happened right away. It was like the second speaker.
Yes.
It was. Remember, it was hot there.
It was really hot there that day.
And if we are going to, we're going to get into this now. What my theory is. So I believe that he had something in here. Georgie Porgy had something in here. On either side, here and here. I'm going to show a demonstration with Chris again. You want to get into it right away? You might as well.
Yeah.
You want to?
Yeah. Okay. So right away, we're going to discuss the neck wound and cavitation. Okay.
Yeah. Because that's important.
Well, those are things that everybody's talking about it, and people are already saying it in the chat. So yeah, you already know we're going to go. We think it was a squib.
We're going there.
So basically, I'm just going to do this. So in order, if you're going to do what we've said, you're going to fake the gunshot, right? So you're going to need something here. Then you're going to need something here. You got to
Yeah.
simulate the full through, right? So if you want, you can just sort of, here, I'll just, you stand up, and then I'll just do this so you can see my neck.
Okay.
Right?
So I'm just going to push this back there.
Yep.
Okay.
So
this is so, I don't know for them what it is. This is your left, but I don't know how they're seeing it. This is the same way.
I don't know.
Yes. Okay.
It doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter. So
if you want, behind you?
If you want, we can do it like this too, right? So, you know, in here, out there. So what we believe is that the patch was there.
Yeah.
And the pack was around here.
Yep.
And then continued to where the exit wound was going to be, or if it wasn't one, there was two separates, right?
Yep. Yep.
So that's what it was, and we spent some time.
And we believe. Sorry, we didn't really do much of a demonstration there, but
No,
we don't have like, you know, I'm not going to bring out tubes and stuff, but we believe that here and back here were two patches.
Yeah.
And the one back here on his right. So am I doing it wrong? So the one on his right side did not. Yeah. So this is my left. The one on his right side did not detonate.
Yeah.
So they wanted to have like a back here, but it didn't go as planned. And a lot of things don't, right? This did, but this didn't.
And just to break this down more concretely, so, you know, all this happens within just over 2 seconds, right? We've got did a lot of research and reached out to some specialist electricians. We got one in the family. We also checked out some others, and we confirmed notes. All the gear would have been wired into 120 power, and that's just a standard power. Mics run on very low power, but if generally the audio gear is grounded, and there's a lot of safety precautions that are put in place. But for every safety precaution you have, it's technically a point of failure, and it's a point that can be manipulated.
Mm-hmm.
So all it takes is one part of, you know, maybe not one, but maybe just the right situation of something not being grounded properly. And in the XLR cables, and I'll even do this, I'll even take this
because we do hear humming in the speakers, and a lot of problems with a simple setup. They're having so much problems with the speakers, guys. Yeah.
So XLR cables. So if you can see, I don't know if you can, but there's 3 pins inside the cable. For a lack of extreme technical terminology, we'll just call it left, right, ground, right? And the ground pin is there to make sure that stays grounded. So XLR mics and cables are not that complicated. There. Now I slide this up, snip the ground pin, put this back on, and as you can see, it literally just screwed on. I might have to fiddle with it a little bit more to get it back on. Mm-hmm. There you go.
There.
Right? And then all I would have to do is go in there, damage the ground, screw this back on, and you can't even tell that the cable was even messed with, man.
We're not saying this happened.
Yeah, we're not saying this happened.
Okay.
This is alleged.
Yeah.
And when I spent 5 years as a broadcast engineer, I was repairing these cables. I was soldering new ends on them. I was checking the grounds. Doesn't take that much. So for people who are saying, oh, well, all these safeties and stuff, yeah, the safeties are great. And the safeties were there. Either somebody had good enough foresight to see a problem, or something happened, which made them change the safety procedures when doing this stuff.
Right.
Right. So jumping back to what we were talking about the squib, basically, it can all be put into an electronic triggering system. We've been talking to special effects guys quite a bit. We actually just had a conversation with a gentleman just before we went live.
Yeah.
So yeah, and
that might come on our show. So I hopefully he can.
Yeah. So what was I talking about? I just lost my train of thought there.
So the special effects guy. So when they
oh yes, the electronic triggering. Okay, thanks. Thank you.
Right, because if he had something in here, and okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Before I forget my thought.
Okay, so it's just the timing. Happens in 2 seconds. It can be programmed. It's one trigger to go poom, poom, zap. It can be done like that. For just to say it quickly and simply, all three of those things could be put into a trigger where you hit the button and it goes off.
Less than 2 seconds, like less
Well,
than a second.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying the reason why I'm saying 2 seconds is it's 2 seconds, 2 to 3 seconds between the initial incident and when Mr. Flood touches him. So that's why I'm saying 2 seconds, but you can literally be done instantly.
Yeah.
Instantly, fraction of a second. So what we think is in this sequence of events, this went off, and then before this went off, the charge hit. The charge shorted this one. That's why it didn't go off. That's why you don't see an exit wound, and that's why nothing makes sense. Yeah. It's really kind of the one thing which sort of... And
the cavitation of his neck.
Yeah.
If you see the picture I have on my X, you'll see that his neck blows out on his right side. It goes right here. So if he has any liquid in him, and if there was current going up his microphone, because he was not grounded. Charlie was not grounded. He was on a metal table, a metal chair with no rubber stoppers. He was not grounded on the grass at all. And I'm even looking further into the pictures of the grass because cables are just running on grass itself.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Back to the cavitation.
Yeah.
We got a little off track there with the cabling, but basically you're going to have these patches in here which are going to have potentially liquid in them, and they're going to be under prosthetic skin. So when a charge hits that, it's going to expand, and that's part of the cavitation that we're seeing is literally the squibs inside getting electrified, and that's what we believe is causing that whole kind of rising that we're seeing underneath his shirt, because it would be exactly where like the sort of patches were, right? Like they were right here, and this is where we're seeing most of the action, right? And that's kind of what we think. Like we're hoping maybe to have some more in-depth conversations with some special effects artists, and maybe even do a demonstration at some point down the road on this.
Yes.
I know this is just basically our theory, but it's our theory based on the facts that we have, and just looking over the footage in general and seeing what we see.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to my moderators here. You know, like Marjorie, Mags, the fire breathing dragon. Thank you so much for Melissa FD3WY. Thank you so much for doing this today. I really, really, really appreciate it, guys. Okay.
And this is also why, like, if you are taking with a grain of salt what we're saying, right? If he was going to go in to fake it, then of course there's going to be a certain number of people who are going to be in on this, and that would have been, you know, allegedly his team, the Turning Point Brass, and maybe some junior members at our Federal Bureau of Investigation, and it wouldn't have been a big thing. Like they're like, okay,
Rick Cutler,
sure, but yeah. So I forgot what I was going to say. What was I going to say?
You're just mentioning all the people that are in on it.
Yeah, so like they would have had to have been in the know of the fake. And the reason why everybody, you saw them, they get there, nobody's touching them, they don't know what to do. It's because when they saw his body, they were completely confused. They didn't know this wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
It shocked everybody, right? Like people did not know what was going on. They looked, they're like, this was supposed to be easy 1-2. You're supposed to be in Bali next week. What the heck is going on? And now he's actually gone.
And let's talk about all the actors that were there. I mean,
well,
like there was so many. There was so many. There was UVU chief. I forgot. I think it was Mike. Is it Mike Smith? There was Hunter Kozak. There was also Rick Cutler was in an A&E Texas SWAT thing that we just found out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Well, Erica's been on film before. There's so many. I know there's like a couple. Oh, there's George Zinn as well. Somebody else told me that he was an actor. So we got a lot of acting going on, and we got a lot. We had to tie this all in together. How this, you know, the fire shot in the sky, because how are we gonna how are we going to create this? Because if it was, I wish I really loved John Bray's whole entire video of his shape charge. That's really, really
Yeah,
cool.
we're a fan of John
I'm a
Bray
fan of this.
because like I guess we're like the only two theories that haven't been completely debunked yet, right?
Yeah.
And the odd thing is a lot of people don't realize this, but a lot of the mechanics for both theories align. So we like John Bray's work.
Yes,
We
really good.
we support John, and a lot of his stuff actually sort of translates to what we're thinking. And you may ask yourself why, how? That doesn't make any sense. Well, I did a little bit of research. I looked into the composition of standard shape charges, the composition of the Rode mics. And I was doing a little bit of research on that kind of stuff. And the one thing I did find is that John Bray's research is pretty accurate. But if a zap were to hit that Rode mic, it would function pretty much the exact same way that John Bray shows. What would happen is that the charge would hit it. There is copper in there, not enough to actually create the funnel of a charge. We'll get into that in a sec. But there's enough copper in there to then arc. And if you don't know what that means, it'll basically, it would be a small electrical zap, not too small, but it would be enough to cause a small detonation of the mic. So either if it was designed to go poof or if it was zap, it would still go poof. So either way, it all sort of plays together a little bit. And I actually do want to talk just a little bit about the mic. So I've just got some notes here. And I'm just going to go into, go back to what I was just saying about the composition of standard shape charge. I could be wrong, so please correct me.
He knows all about this stuff.
Well, I've just been researching. I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert.
I just have a question for that because, like, if it's here and that happens, wouldn't the shirt or wouldn't he have like a lot of damage right here?
Well, that's what I'm going to get into. So, if you have a guy who doesn't know what he's doing, it would have blown half his upper body apart. So, so basically, I'm just going to get into how. So basically, a shape charge, from what my research is, the main component which causes the funneling effect, which causes the charge, is copper. Copper is a great conductor, and that makes sense. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Then I went and looked up what a standard Rode mic was made from. There's not enough copper in a standard Rode mic to just be used like this and have it work. So immediately it means complete custom job. They have to rebuild a custom pack, which doesn't mean it didn't, the theory's dead. It's fully alive. They just needed somebody with the knowledge to do that, right? And that makes sense because as I looked along and continued looking into it a little bit more, it has to be a complete custom job. There's no way like Joe Blow Schmo in a factory hacked out part of a battery, stuck some stuff in there, and then it functioned perfectly. That's impossible. Right. So we just touched a little bit on the copper and how that needs to happen. And this is another thing, actually. I'm just checking my notes here, so if you see me looking down. Another thing is shape charges are designed to penetrate in an exact and precise way. That's what they do, right? But they don't burn hot. They're designed to penetrate and not burn, right? And I could be wrong. This is just what I found. So if I'm wrong, please correct me. Like I said, I love a quick and efficient debug. So if that's being said, it definitely has to be a custom job, because if it just penetrates, right? Yeah. It's not going to like cauterize the wound at all. So as soon as that happens, as soon as the detonation happened, you would have seen a lot of liquid coming out of here before this one. And we didn't see that. So that tells me, again, it had to be a custom job because they had to design this in order to burn hot enough to cauterize the wounds. So again, it has to be a custom job. And again, furthering that along, Again, they're designed to be precise. So you have to have somebody designing this who knows exactly what they're doing. A miscalculation and you could have blown a 2-foot hole in Charlie's back out. Like, and that's not a joke. So, you know, the person who did this had to be very specialized. They had to really know what they're doing. And I thought it was actually interesting because I didn't catch on John Bray's show if he actually mentioned that somebody with this expertise was in that factory. I didn't know if he said it or not.
Yeah.
But the good thing was is that Ian and Barron did a collab, and they threw up some documents. I forgot which gentleman it was. It doesn't matter. They found it together, and there was somebody there at the factory that actually worked on anti-personnel charges. So that makes things a lot more interesting, I think, for that theory. And the cool thing with our theory is that it could have just been a standard mic. It didn't need anything. It's got copper and it's going to conduct poof no matter what.
Yeah. So
either way, when you slice it or dice it, either theory could be pretty possible and would also explain all the chaos that we're seeing going on underneath his shirt.
Yeah. But what we don't have is the neck, right? I don't know if a shaped charge can do anything like that. I know he said that he felt like a fragment went in there, and then the blood came out, right? Isn't that what he said?
Yeah. So I think
I don't know if we can say the word blood, but
well, I just said it. I was saying liquid before. Liquid. So like this whole thing, like I don't get this.
Me too. I don't get it.
I don't get it. Like
it doesn't
line up. I don't get it. You see this? This is called an Adam's apple.
Yeah. Show everybody that.
This is an Adam's apple.
And Charlie had a massive one. So
I don't get it.
Wouldn't it just like ricochet and then go elsewhere? Like it doesn't mathematically make sense to me either. I've been saying that since day one. Like
the physics,
if it has,
I don't.
It wouldn't. Yeah.
It just makes no sense to us. It makes no sense to us how something could physically be here and curve around his neck and end up indented here. Like that has just never really made a lot of sense to us. And like,
but electrocution does. It really does, because you need a current and you need voltage. You need two things. Okay. Also, I believe there was no grounding. Also, electrocution, if high enough, can break bones. Okay.
That's something that we just actually found out.
You watch some videos of people hopping over railway tracks, and I have to talk about, I was electrocuted. I haven't even discussed that yet. So if you hop over, don't do this, guys. Don't ever do this. Don't ever go on railway tracks, because sometimes one rail is live. Okay. And you can't even touch the person if they're electrocuted. Okay. But a neck breaks, bones break, arms, like everything. So I'll tell you what happened to me, my little story. Okay.
Just beforehand, you did mention sorry, I was just reading the chat. You did mention how the muscles contract into the exact second that the charge is released, and if it's too long, they're damaged.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So it was really interesting.
Yeah. So that's what I've noticed, like because I was electrocuted. So I'm not like I know everything about electrocution or anything like that, or electricity. I come from a family of that, right? But it doesn't mean that I'm an expert. I'm not. I have a personal experience. So when I saw his face, when I saw his hands, when I saw the convulsion thing that he did, and his eyes roll back in his head. By the way, before that, he did prepare himself for this. I saw him. He was just like looking, and then almost like he was preparing for something. That's another thing we didn't get into. But anyways, my experience. So when I was young, I think I was like 13, maybe. My sister's 4 years older than me, so she's like, I don't know, she's like a teenager, 16 or something like that. Okay. She was getting ready and doing laundry. Okay. So she was hanging up stuff in the laundry, and one of her items fell into the basin where the water goes into the tub, right? You guys all know what I'm talking about. It plugged. It overflooded. Even the back of the machine the pipe came out because she was trying to do something. It overflooded and she was calling me. So she had boots on, luckily, because the tiles and everything was wet. So I run in. She's like, help me, help me. So Ollie's coming to save the day. No, I come in there and I'm just a kid in t-shirt and shorts. And I go, oh my God, what happened? And there's water everywhere on my mom's tiles. My mom would have freaked out, right? It's going in the vent everywhere. And I go, well, just unplug it. And this was my left hand. Sorry. I go, well, just unplug the machine because water wouldn't stop, right? So I go to unplug. I'm so like, what's wrong with me, right? I'm just a kid with a father that's an electrician that said and taught us, don't touch this, don't do that, da 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 da.
So she did it.
So I did it.
So she did it.
So I grabbed it, and I'm telling you guys, oh my God, my sister saved my life. There was a broom. She had construction boots on. She was already in there with boots on. My hand, when I touched it, felt like my whole entire hand, my whole entire body was going in the socket. So I just remember going, and I couldn't say anything. My eyes went in the back of my head. I couldn't control my muscles. I couldn't talk. I blacked out, I think. And she grabbed a broom, hit my hand, and it was like within, I don't know, less than 2 seconds. She did, like, that's how fast it happened. Like, she saw it, she banged it, and luckily there was a broom there, and I lived. But I had burns, guys. Can't see it now, but maybe I'll show a picture and I'll do close-ups and I'll show, like, I have scars on my wrists, and a little bit went up here too. So I had it on my hands and mostly on my left. And I have a heart problem now because of this. So what I have is called a left bundle branch block. It's the electrical part of the heart, so it doesn't function properly because of that electrocution that I had. So that's my story.
Yeah. So what did we learn? What's our safety tip today?
Water and electricity do not mix, guys. And Charlie was surrounded by water. Let's just first of all remember that. Yeah. Remember that the concrete and the ceiling of the tunnel was fixed as well. That pillar was fixed as well. They paved everything. They fixed everything before we even got a chance to, crime scene, right?
Yep. So just to touch a little bit more, just on our theory.
Oh, there's a super chat. You want to read that first?
I think there was one more back here, maybe.
I'm so sorry, guys. Can't bring them up here.
Hold on. No, we got that one.
Okay.
We got that one.
Okay.
I guess that's it. Did we get to this guy?
Trisha.
Trisha, 293, $10 super chat. Your theory is getting them off the hook. Your video you shared earlier today show that necklace going into his neck.
The theory is getting them off the hook. Your video you shared earlier today show the necklace going
into his neck. Which
video? Are you talking about the video of the necklace flinging? Which video is she talking about?
Doesn't say.
I know. I'm just seeing if she's going to respond right now. Which video are you talking about, Trisha? If she's still there.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know which video you're referring to. Getting them off the hook? I don't know.
So just to touch on our theory a little bit more, we've talked about the mic. We've talked about the exit wound. We've talked about the mic pack. We've talked about the shirt phenomenon. We've talked about the alleged people involved. We've talked about so that's what we have talked about so far. We do got a couple other things in regards to the theory to hit up on. So another sort of crossover thing is when we look at both theories, whether it be the zap or the boom, I guess. Where was that? Sorry, I was just going through. Where was that?
Maybe it was this one.
Oh, it's this one. Whether it's sorry about that, guys. Whether it's the zap or the boom, you have to be able to explain the necklace. So it's weird because I know there's people out there who have always said like the necklace is the key, and I think Sam Parker might be one of those people who's been on that.
Doing great work, by the way. He's doing great work.
I don't think it was actually the cause of death at all, but I do believe it does hold answers. So whether you believe the boom, it should have chemical residue on it. If you believe the zap, it should be blackened with burnt flesh on it. And that's how I'm going to go into this next thing. So if you're a fan of the boom theory, you have to be able to explain how the necklace sticks to his body. How does it stick to his body, guys?
It should, like, a necklace should just, fall down to the ground. You guys got to remember.
How does it stick to his body?
Behind that table, right? All the security, they're pushing, pulling, doing all this stuff. How did this just, they're carrying him out and it's just, it's just dangling there. Yeah, I find it odd.
You have to be able to explain that. And I would, and I'm actually, like we said, we like John Gray, we like his work. A lot of his work helps with our work.
Yeah.
And we'll just put that out there to John. I hope he can explain the necklace. I would really like to know the way we explain it on our end.
Really ghetto version, by the way. We're just showing.
Yeah, even just with the necklace thing, I'm just saying for the actual zap, why and how it stayed there. Well, for our theory, it's kind of easy to explain. There's prosthetics there. He's got skin there. It melted in and it stuck there. So when they carried him away, it didn't fall off.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. It's really easy for us to explain that. Yeah. It's a lot harder for the bang theory to explain. I see somebody says caught on shirt. When he first fell off the chair, he lands on some cases. And then it looks like they might have even rolled him to the ground. I'm not quite sure. And then they pick up and run with them for what, 20 meters, 30 meters. Yeah. So I'm just replying to that one comment just about it being hooked onto his shirt with all that movement of his body. Mm-hmm. And then 6 guys running him down the street. I just don't see how that just hangs onto a collar of his shirt or a button and just stays there.
Yeah,
that's interesting. And if that can be proved, I'd like to see that. I'd like to know how that happens. And there's another thing. So not only do you have to explain that necklace, there's his fidget ring.
Yes.
How does his fidget ring with a boom up here?
Yeah.
How does his fidget ring on the opposite hand? How does that make that ring fly off his finger?
Yeah.
How does that happen? So these are 2 interesting things that our theory explains, right?
Yeah. And he holds on to that mic.
Yeah.
And his hands are, you can see even before any photographer's pictures came out, you can see, because it happens right away. Your hands get burnt right away. I had blisters right away. It instantaneously goes red. So you see his hand when he goes back, it's already discolored. So how do you explain that with a shape charge? Is that what's called, shape charge? I'm not very knowledgeable regarding shape charge. He's been researching about it, but I just want to know the cavitation, the necklace, and his burns. That is the 3 things that are not lining up for me. Yeah. Regarding that.
A bunch of people here are actually echoing what we're saying, and they're actually pinning it to what Baron's saying, and we agree. There was no, and basically the comment was it was a bang zap.
Yeah,
that was the comment from the chat, and we agree, because it's, when you look at this, no one thing can explain what's happened. It doesn't matter. Like, even what we think may not fully explain everything. We're trying to look at everything.
We're trying to figure it out.
And and have a theory that works on the facts we know, that fits what we saw. And it's tough, right? It's really tough. So like, those are the only 2 things that I personally see that sort of throw a wrench in the bang theory. It's just like, well, then you got to explain those things.
Yes.
You have to explain those things.
It's just those 3 things: the cavitation, the necklace, and the burns, because he didn't just have them like they were mostly on his hands and all here. He had that's where I had mine. I was burned here. And like I hid it from my mom, but then she found it, and then I went to the hospital after that. But yeah, there was burns. There was burns on my forearm. Yeah. So how much, you know, we have to really not just let go of this electrocution theory, please. You guys just open your mind to it. It's something internal that you can't see until afterwards. Like people want to crash, bang, gunshot.
And it's harder to believe something you can't see.
Yes.
Like when somebody tells you somebody passed, you expect that you can physically see the reason. You can look at the person and go, well, that's what happened to them.
Yeah.
In this situation, it's not. Like even the marks from the zap don't show up right away. So like you get it, and then as time goes on, and not a lot of time, just like minutes, then you start seeing the blistering, then you start seeing the red marks, then you start seeing that stuff.
Yeah.
And if you look from the time it happened to the time you hit the ground and gone, like it's less than half a minute.
Yeah.
It's less
we
than
don't have
half
enough time to see it.
Yeah. It's less than half a minute, and he's gone driving down the street with apparently Mr. Harpool's bum hanging out of the door trying to do some stuff on him.
Once like my sister banged my hand down with the broom, I think my hand was there for less than 2 seconds. My father told me, if you were wearing a necklace or any kind of jewelry, I could have died. I could have died, is what he told me. And I didn't understand at the time, you know, any kind of jewelry. And I was just a kid running and playing outside. I only had a shorts and t-shirt on. So I was I wouldn't be here right now. Like, I'm telling you, this is nothing new. There's people that get electrocuted by pools. And would you put your daughter up on a stage near all that water where Charlie was? Where's the rubber mats?
Yeah.
Where is the the inspector to come in to check everything's okay?
Yep. And we even well, not say we, you and Baron even discussed this past setups comparing to what was actually going down there.
Shout out to Baron.
Yep.
He's amazing.
Yep. And like, you know, he went and did some research and looked back at previous events, and Ali looked back at previous events. They compared notes, and they're like, this is off.
This is off.
This is off.
Especially, guys, there's any audio guy, you're an audio tech guy. Would you put somebody there when you knowing there's like a fountain running through the tunnel with water? Wouldn't you just, what would you do for a situation like that? Would you run cables on grass?
I would fly all the cables, but that's just me.
All the cables.
Yeah. So by what I mean by that is when you fly a cable, everything's off the ground, so you tie it up. So you just wouldn't have had anything on the ground. So that means like any of the cables coming to Charlie's tech area, they would have been tied off around the table. They wouldn't have hit the ground.
Yeah.
If you had that pillar that was at the back of the tent where it looks like they were taking power from, you would have that plugged in and then tied up to the tent and then ran around the side of the tent and then drop down onto the actual tech table. If you feel like you're in a position where that you might be compromised by potential electrocution and you don't feel like you can switch the venue or switch the position, then you got to take these appropriate countermeasures, right?
Yeah.
And a way to do that would be to keep all the cables off the ground. And in the business, we call that flying the cable.
Yeah.
I'm just going to hit up one more super chat.
Okay.
This is L2 Design, $20 super chat. Oh my gosh, you guys are blowing my mind. Electrocuted squibs, melted metal. Yep. And that's how.
Wait, is she my moderator too? Maybe she is. Thank you so much. I remember talking to you. Thank you so much. So she said, oh my gosh, you guys are blowing my mind. Electrocuted squibs, melted metal. Yes. Let's discuss this.
Yeah. And you know, this is such a complicated thing. Like if you want to just say that, oh, it was a bomb or it was a gun, it's just like, okay, well, that's really easy to sort of prove. And it's an easy theory to jump on board for. It's an easy one to research. But this is complicated. Like we spent the first whole month throwing away the parts of this that wouldn't work. So like we already mentioned that, but it's like, we looked at it. We had like 10 different things or 10 different ways it could happen. The first thing we had to do was start debunking our own theory.
Yeah.
That's the first thing we had to do is debunk it down to the point where it's like, it can't be that. It can't be that. It can't be that. It can't be that. What are we stuck with? Yeah. What's left over now?
Yeah.
Right. And that's how we sort of.
And there was obviously so many people have found these little micro drones. I think they were like surveillancing, the people in the crowd because some of their phones got screwed up.
Yeah, I
right?
actually
Gotta remember
think,
that.
I actually think that they were there for surveillance to be able to figure out who was where, who was doing what, so that they could track people down afterwards. Because I don't know if you guys know, but the very first speaker who spoke to Charlie, we were actually able to interview him on Mr. Let Go's show. So we interviewed him.
Henry.
Yep, Henry. And they isolated everybody. They put them in rooms. They asked to go through their phones. They questioned them. They were isolated, man.
Yeah.
And like, how would they know what people to grab, this and that, just from looking down at a sea of people? When people scatter, now you have no idea who's who anymore. So how did they know? Get that guy, get that guy, get that guy, get her, put them in that room over there.
And
how do they know?
And they're telling them something. So when we asked him that tough question, go watch Mr. Let Go, his interview with me, Mr. Let Go, and Henry, the first person to speak. Or the first one that ever had a debate, the last debate with Charlie, which is kind of like gives me goosebumps. So I thought that was a really good interview we had. We're going to have a second one soon. But he said that they took him all in a room. He was there for hours. And that somebody, I don't know if it was a staff member, can't recall, got to watch the video. He said that they told him that the SD card was given to FBI.
That's right. I forgot about that.
And then, Aaron asked the really tough question. Well, how do you know? How do you know that? How do you know that he placed it in the person's hand? He goes, well, no, someone just told me that. Yeah. Well, then you didn't see it because we saw the footage.
And we know what happened.
And we know what happened. And we showed him. He's like, well, this just is so odd to me, he said. He's like, I don't understand this because I go, well, no, he was, Terrell was standing there for a long time. Out there, going on the chair, taking the SD card out. He didn't give it to. There was no FBI there yet.
Yeah,
there was nobody there.
And another thing is when we were actually talking to him, he did not know all these investigations were going on online. He had no idea.
No.
And he was, a student there. He was the last person who spoke with him, and he had no idea all these investigations were going on online. So we educate him about that, and like, actually, this is a huge thing. It's not even, people are not just talking about it in the United States. People are talking about it all over the world. People are talking about it in Europe. They're talking about it in Australia. They're talking about it in Asia. They're talking about it in Canada. They're talking about it everywhere. So, and it just almost makes me wonder what kind of, kind of muzzle has been put on certain people.
Yeah, and that's another thing that we talked about. We will never know. We are never going to know. Yeah. This case is so massive. It's just makes my brain hurt sometimes. I'm up to with a lot of girls in the chat. We're up to 3 a.m. sometimes. This stuff is so much. I have
she
files
works 15 hours a day on this.
Files and files of stuff that I'm researching still to this day. It's crazy. There is some super chats that are popping up here. So let me.
There's just one more.
Did we talk to this one?
Here, I'll scroll through.
Okay. No, we didn't read that one.
Hold on.
Sorry, guys. I can't bring them up on the screen because this is my first live stream ever. So I apologize. We're gonna read them out.
Yeah, we're always going to read everything out, and we're also trying to touch on any other comments that we see. So, don't feel like you have to send a super chat to get noticed. We appreciate it, but we're trying to go through the other comments as well and trying to see if anything looks interesting. We want to bring it up because in the end, knowledge is power. So we got to share it.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is Trisha293 again, 499. I seen your video on X 17 hours ago. You mentioned Saturday at 4. This is that was a good video you shared. So they're complimenting your video.
Thank you so much, Trisha. I know a lot of people don't share it. A lot of people steal stuff, take stuff. I mean, this content is available on files, and a lot of people have shared it and reshared it. Go ahead, go to my page and just take it. We want to solve this is the thing here. I want to solve this. If I put it on my page, just reshare it or, at least say that I made that video. I didn't make it, but I got it. But yeah. Also, were we going to talk about him being on top of a table? Did we talk about that? On top of a metal table, metal chair.
We haven't talked about that, but I think that you also covered that on Baron's show.
Okay.
So
all right.
Like I can just talk quickly just about how somebody actually gets zapped. Basically, you yourself, you're not grounded.
Yeah.
And you basically become the conductor. So it's really that easy. So say I touch something with this is giving me the zap.
Yeah.
If I'm not grounded, and then with this hand, I touch something else that is grounded, now I've completed the circuit and I become the conductor. As far as I understand, zapping, that's what it is. Your body, instead of being grounded, is replaced and becomes the conductor.
Two wireless Rode mics for audience. What is that?
Hold on. Ivan is Ivan. $10 super chat.
Thank you so much. I think he's the one on X.
Is he?
Yeah.
A second. Wireless Rode mic for audience attached to the XLR mic with visible Rode Win 3.
I
believe the stage was built on artificial grass. Was it artificial?
Yes.
Was it artificial?
Oh my God, Ivan. I have to send you a picture. I have a picture of, I have to show you. It's of, remember I was showing you last night, but you retired. It's plastic and then grass is on top, right by the cable box, right by the bulkhead pillar where they plugged everything in.
That's bizarre. I didn't notice that. That's bizarre.
Well, I was telling you that. I think like wires are just sitting on the grass, sitting on concrete. They even took the bulkhead cable off the wall and had it.
That would be the power bulkhead.
The power bulkhead cable off the wall just before the event and sitting on the floor. I'm like, what is going on here? This is not safe, right? Yeah, I'm going to. You are correct about that, Ivan.
That was a nice nice observation. We really appreciate that. Thank you, sir. All right.
By the way, I didn't know what goat meant.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. So somebody called Allie the goat, and she had no idea what that meant. She thought she was going to be put up for sacrifice and eaten. She actually didn't know that goat meant greatest of all time. She had no idea. And
I said, is somebody calling me an animal? Like, what's going on? No. And then
I was laughing my butt off. She's like, somebody thinks I'm a farm animal. And I just started dying.
And then you seriously don't know. Hey, wait. I was on Mr. Lecko's live, which this is how it all started. Okay, guys, like big shout out to Mr. Lecko. Go follow him. I was just on his live recently and he said, you don't know what a goat is? And then he asked anybody in the chat, do you know what that is? Nobody knew either. So I am not the only one.
I think it was Ivan. He's in the chat saying, sorry. It's okay, dude. You made me and Mr. Lecko fall off our chair laughing.
God. No. Thank you so much.
Like, oh my God, that was funny.
You made us laugh. Thank you so much. Thank
amazing.
You so much for calling me that. I don't think I'm that, but thank you so much. I really don't think I'm that, but yeah, thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so are we like almost ready to like end this, or we have so much more?
We are only about halfway through our content.
Oh, okay. I didn't
know. But we have to get through the stuff that we teased online today.
Oh.
Okay, so we have to get through that stuff because we threw some teasers out there online, so we should get through that.
So what is next?
Let
me just look at some of your comments, guys. Like, okay.
You want to get through some of the commenets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Melissa.
Holy smoke!
Thank you so much. Oh my God.
Melissa FD3WY.
She's my moderator.
That's your Oh my goodness.
Thank you so much.
$50 super chat. Thank you so much.
That was very kind of you.
It's extremely generous. Thank you so much.
And Marjorie, thank you so much, Mags. Her name's Mags. You guys are all helping me, and LD I think is helping me too. Someone said LD design Allie and Mad Max rocks.
we also had another idea of a nickname. Fire and Ice.
Yeah, maybe.
Fire and Ice.
He's my partner in crime. Like you truly are. And y'all, thank you so much. Like all your comments in here, like thank you. Like keep them coming. Someone just said, has anyone hoax world 4212? Has anyone in Valhalla?
New York seen Charlie Kirk around
Oh my
town.
god.
See you in Valhalla.
Yeah. Why is that? Why did he say that? It's so shady. That's
Well,
like,
and a couple military guys brought up that it was just insulting, like for somebody like some military vets who have actually served,
yes.
With distinction, and for that little man to try to sort of say that he understands that and he's on that level, like
Yeah.
that kind of bothered me a little bit. Like
Yeah.
I'm not even a military
It
person.
would bother me. Like if I was an officer or in the military or something, someone said that, I didn't like it. We all didn't like it. We talked about that. We watched Valhalla. I like Valhalla too.
Yeah, Valhalla VFT.
Yep.
He I know he's been put through the ringer a little bit about his position on Mitch, but Ali and I personally, we don't care about that.
Yeah, he's really good. He's still good.
And that's where we noticed that was from his show a while back, and it was just like, what the heck, man.
Yeah.
And he was right. It was just like, that's pretty disgusting. That's insulting.
Yeah.
Just leave it alone. If that's not your thing, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Don't try to pretend you're some military guy if you're not. Don't try to talk that way if you're not. Just be who you are and love that and be happy.
Waffle Bacon 5. Thank you so much for the super chat. Waffles Bacon 5, $4.99. You can test
those 33 plants with an app to see if they are getting poisoned by the shape charge leftovers. Well, that's actually pretty true. And actually, I remember hearing John saying that if they were to do some chemical testing there anywhere, that would verify that.
Yes.
So, like, that would actually be something that I would actually want to see done, because in the end, Ali and I don't care about being right. We want the truth. Yeah. We want the truth, and if that would solve it, then let's do it, man. It's
just like it all has to come together. Yep. Just like when I was on Trigger Smarts and me and Kelly and Trigger. Go follow Kelly too. Kelly's great. Blake's great. Blake Benzinar is great. We all have these theories. We just gotta bring it together and find out what it is, because I feel like it was done to trick us. It was done intentionally to trick us, not to find out how it was done. And it's
shocking. A psyop.
Shocking. Yes, psyop.
Yeah. Shocking.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
All right. So let's. We do got to talk about the stuff that like I said, we hinted. So, okay. Do we want to talk about, since we're already sort of talking about this stuff, let's go to the newly revealed picture that Candace Owens shared.
Oh yes. You guys all saw that, right? Because I can't show it.
Yeah, we can't show it, but you guys are all aware on Candace's show. She recently finally released a still of what Mr. Farnsworth apparently showed her however long ago that was now. Yes. A month ago, 2 months ago, whenever. So we got that still, and everybody's been looking at it. It's been circulating pretty heavily. Yeah. And a lot of people are bringing up Charlie's mic hand, and they are talking about what looks to be debris lodged in his arm. And we would like to talk a little bit about that, because we don't believe that is debris at all. No. There's just some things that don't really kind of make sense with that. So, if we're going back to for either theory, it just doesn't work. Yeah. It doesn't work for ours, doesn't work for the boom theory, it doesn't work. So if you have something here, right, he's got his hand here, he's talking to the mic. Yeah. How does something...
Not talking to the mic, he's just falling backwards or whatever, right?
Or either or. Yeah. His arm's up, right? Yep. So how does something go from here and embed into his arm here without ripping through his shirt? Yeah. So that's... Like we're trying to, like, how does this go?
Or like it flies out, like someone's saying how can it fly out and then land here? Like I didn't see it.
Does it fly out and then land on his arm and embed, or does he like turn like this and it flies out and sticks to his arm? Like I'm not quite sure that's pieces of anything. Like
Yeah.
and like I look at it this way, right? So like if that is, and it obviously didn't rip through his shirt because we would have seen that. So that means it has to what, come out here and go into his arm. That just seems bizarre to me. Like I'm at the point right now, if we're not believing in curving bullets, then why are we going to believe in curving shrapnel?
True.
Like I'm trying to make it fit in my brain, right? I'm trying to make it work. Like, how does that happen? Like, how does anything that happened under this shirt get to here with no rips in the shirt? Like, I'm just trying to think about that. And it's like I said, if you don't believe in, curving bullets, how do we believe in curving shrapnel? Right.
Yeah. I agree. And I told you when I saw that, like, you guys got to remember, we're seeing stuff from Charlie's front. Now, this is now from behind, right? When he does fall over, there is blood, if I'm allowed to say that, dripping.
Well, you just did.
Well, whatever. I don't know. Oh well.
Just call it the liquid.
Liquid is going here. Sorry, YouTube. Liquid is going as he's falling. It's going, right? It's going in on his arm. So, but from the front, we can't see it because this is what we see on the front. But now you're in from the behind, you can see a lot more. Yeah. So I'm still not sold on any of that. I still have to investigate that a little bit more. Also, but you can see the burn on the tip of his finger. Remember that. As soon as my hand came out of the socket, my hand was beet red like I got a sunburn. So guess what? I saw the tip of his fingers were already red. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
I just want to mention just somebody here, Char242, shaped charges are like little rockets.
Okay. Okay.
And that's what they're meant to sort of do. Like, that's what the whole funneling process is. But if it's designed to go in this way, I just looked up like a little bit about them. I'm not an expert at all. Mm-hmm. That might be something that maybe even John Bray could answer.
Yeah.
But if it's designed to go in this way, like if it's designed to go in this way, can it go that way at the same time? Like, can it be programmed to do multiple directions? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I just looked at very basic shape charge, what their chemical makeup is, what they need to do to work, and what happens. And, so like we covered that a little bit already. If you want, okay, so we just covered that. Another thing that we need to talk about still from our little teaser trailers is Charlie's tech gear.
You can talk to them about that.
Yeah, I'll try to mansplain the best I can. So a while back, like once we realized that gear was going to play a pivotal role in this, and as it turns out it is, the only two theories left that hold any weight are both tied to gear. We started looking to see if we can find out exactly what they were using. We want to know what their audio rig was. We wanted to know what their video rig was, what kind of cameras they were using, their transmitters, all that kind of stuff. And Allie was doing some digging, and she actually found a post from Philip and Terrell, them showcasing their new audio video rig that they were using at the end of 2024 going into 2025.
Mostly June 2025 to August. Their new gear for all the events, the Prove Me Wrong events. Yeah. So this is the Prove Me Wrong events. They have two different sets of gear for their main Turning Point shows, and this being a lot smaller. So we teased a little bit about it, and one thing that everybody knows is that the audio rig definitely, by the looks of it, had iCloud or cloud. Yes.
Cloud options. So, and that's what's been people have been talking about quite a bit. Is that somebody was watching through the cloud and blah blah blah, and absolutely. I would totally agree with that. Like, we've looked at the pictures. We posted one a couple days ago, but then we started looking further at the rest of their gear, and that's when we kind of realized that Candace was right, because she said that they decided to change a lot of things on this particular thing and do a lot of things differently, and they did. So what they showed that they were going to be using for this event wasn't what was on showed up on the day. They had these high-end wireless camera transmitters, which they were showcasing on the cameras. Not a single camera has one of those.
They did everything different.
Yeah, there was a lot of things different. We started looking into the switchers, the video switchers, and what a video switcher does is allows you to cut cameras on the fly. And these days, they've got a lot of prosumer kind of switches. You can pick them up for $1,000 or a couple $1,000, and it allows you to cut cameras and record internally on them. And that's the part that we really sort of are curious about. So as we looked from the pictures and from the content that they shared, we identified 3 different switchers that they could have been using.
Yeah.
And we looked at other stills, and the funny thing is I've actually used one before.
Okay.
One of the ones they exactly used. So these switchers, what they can do is you can take inputs. So you can take direct hard lines from the cameras and input them into the switcher, or you can use a wireless transmitter on the camera and then hook that up to the switcher. What that means is these switchers can either record to an external device like a hard drive or a laptop, and we see a laptop there at every single prove me wrong event. And or they can record to like I said, a hard drive. I posted pictures of 3 switchers. That's 2 of them. The third one, which they could have potentially used,
which is on my X, so yeah,
it's on her X, my X. She's also got some of the pictures up on her Patreon. The third switcher actually has a very unique function. I don't know if they use it on this specific event, but what it does is has a portal allowing editors or anybody classified as an editor to log in and take footage in real time and piece it together, change it, manipulate it, do whatever you want, put it out. Gives them an option to do that. So that's just another thing that we think that there's definitely more copies out there than of the footage than we originally thought. Yeah. So, like, why would you have, like, you know, any one of these switchers there if all you were going to do is put a card in a camera and make that your copy and that's it? No. That would be really sort of half-assed. Like me as having Terrell's job before, I would never do a show like that. If I did do a show like that, I'd expect to be fired immediately for not having a backup of the footage. I've been in charge of I was the head camera tech. Just a quick story. I was the head camera tech on a show, and the producers were going to go party for the rest of the night, blah blah blah, and they were going to stay over the next day. Well, they asked me to bring the hard drives with the footage back. I had, for one show, I had 3 hard drives, 3 copies of the show. I was paranoid as heck going through the airport, the medical detector or the screener. I had to say, this is media, I can't go through, blah, blah, blah. They had guys pull me aside, brought me into a room with guns, searching my stuff, all because I was carrying hard drives. But the bottom line is for that show, we had 3 copies of the footage. So all it would take, and, you know, we also know Charlie was big on cameras. He's like, shoot everything, record everything, blah, blah, blah. That's what he was. He wanted everything recorded. He wanted everything. So I just find it weird that they would have only had 1 copy in camera and, you know, think that that was going to be enough. So I strongly think that there is more footage out there, and the gear that they had on set or site, however you want to put it, sort of emphasizes that. Because if you weren't going to use that, then you wouldn't need it. Exactly. It wouldn't be there. You wouldn't need the switcher there. All you would need is a teeny little audio rig, and that's it. You wouldn't need it. You wouldn't need anything else. And if you look at the table, there's quite a bit of stuff there. So that was just touching a little bit on the gear.
Oh, whoa. I wouldn't even see this. There's a big super chat that came in here. Thank you so much, Christy Geese. Is that
Christy Guys?
If that's how I'm saying it right. Wow, it's a big, huge super chat. Thank you so
$50 super chat. Thank you so much.
That's very sweet of you. Thank you so much. This is my first live stream. Yes, thank you so much for celebrating it with me. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad I can't bring it up on the screen because my computer died. So we are getting another one. So when I do my next live, I'm going to bring up media. I'm going to be like...
We hope.
Yeah, I'm going to bring up all the stuff so you guys can see way better. Because I have a lot of stuff to show you that'll gonna blow your mind if you think this live... We're just doing like, you know, modeling examples. I was modeling my 6'6" man, and I'm doing like modeling examples of it. And now next time I come on, I'm gonna show you guys more of what I found. It'll be really, really fun. And I thank you guys all for like coming here and commenting, my moderators, everybody, all the super chats. Thank you so much. Much more we're gonna get into. What else, babe?
We still got lots to discuss. We're still not even.
We are not done.
I think we might be over halfway through. I think we're two-thirds. Okay, so if you want, we can touch about a story that you actually broke.
I broke.
You broke this, and why don't we talk about our lovely friends who believe in the great heavenly Father of Shabbat Shalom. And let's talk about the deleted sermons of Rob McCoy and Jack Hibbs.
Okay, guys.
And how we sort of stumbled onto that, and how she got the footage out there.
There's so much information right from September. When I watched Rob McCoy talk at the memorial, and he said what he said at the end of that, without Charlie Kirk's presence, we held the most biggest turning point event of all time. Let's praise them. And so as soon as I heard that, I'm like, oh, I gotta investigate this guy. And so I went on a deep dive, and I didn't just go on a deep dive. I recorded every little thing he ever had. Just not everything, just pieces of stuff I thought was odd, if that makes any sense. So I've been a fan of Barron for a long time. I watched him before the Charlie Kirk thing. Many of you probably don't know that. And Ian Carroll too. So when this Charlie Kirk thing came about, and now the Rob McCoy thing came about, Barron did this really good live stream of Rob McCoy, right? And I'm watching it. I'm watching this in real time. And it's the one where he has like the sailor outfit on, or not sailor outfit, but his shirt. Sorry. Oh my God. His shirt looks like a Popeye's Sailor Man or whatever. He said some really, I don't know, some weird things.
He said some threatening things, and when this,
I don't know if it was threatening
when this all sort of, I think, came up, wasn't it because something to do with something about Candace's safety had come up. And,
he did.
And
he did this in.
It wasn't the French thing. It was something else before that.
Remember, these sermons were like July. Now he did have a going away, like he was leaving the pastor stuff and leaving it to his son-in-law. So he was still coming up and speaking at his church. But I'm talking about, it was July 2025. It was called Has God Cast Away All Our People? You see how I remember all this stuff? My memory is like on point on this thing. Okay, has God cast away his people? That was the sermon. And Barron went live on it, and he wanted to show, because as you're going live now, it'll record. So he pulled up the media, and he's pulling up the sermon, and he goes, you know, what he's wearing today, and he's talking about his sermons. He says some really, really interesting stuff. And as he went to press play on it, gone.
Wiped in real time on his stream.
And he was November 14th. He was in, I'll say IHOP because I don't want to say the country's name.
He was in the land of our greatest allies.
Yes, so he was there. That's where he was, and he was promoting all this stuff, like the book. He was promoting the book. Anyways, with the Isaiah Project and blah 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 blah. Anyhow, when he was live streaming, it got deleted, and he goes, in real time. Oh my God, do you guys see this? And I looked at Chris and I said, I have that. I got to send it to him. And that's how I started talking to Barron.
Actually, and to Ian. And
to Ian, yeah. Ian did a complete segment on my deleted sermon on Twitch. You got to go see it. It's phenomenal the way he like goes through each of my videos. And then Barron took the Jack Hibbs, because I don't know if you guys know, everything's deleted now.
Yeah.
Jack Hibbs came on. His selfies, deleted selfies are important. He came on and he's saying that the first person that reported Charlie, rest in peace, Charlie, that he passed was not USA. He said it wasn't USA.
No, it wasn't even Trump.
It wasn't Trump.
Nope.
So
it's him, man.
He said it. He himself said it first of all. He was the first one to say it that he's passed, and then he said, the country that I can't say announced it next.
Yeah, our greatest allies.
So who told him?
It.
So kind of like I sent all this to Baron, and they both kind of did like their take on it, and their take on it is great. You gotta go watch that.
You gotta check both creators out. Check out the Rob McCoy stuff on Ian's Twitch, and check out the Jack Hibbs stuff on Baron's
It's all gone
channel.
though. Like they deleted it. Like,
well,
so.
it's gone, but we got it. It's in the it's recorded on streams. It's there forever, so they can try to do what they want. But
Muppet Masher, I see you come up on my X there. Thank you for telling me that I'm doing great. Thank you so much. Follow him. He's doing great too. Like I'm getting like little pop-ups on my phone. Thank you guys so much. So much. This is like my first live. I'm kind of nervous.
We've been all over the place, so we're gonna have to watch this back and go, okay, there's lots we gotta change. We were rambling on forever.
Whatever. So I just want to keep that short about the deleted sermon. It's gone from his from the Cavatation Church's page.
Yep.
So don't know why. Well, go look at my X down, or go watch Ian's Twitch.
I think one of the reasons why, like I mentioned, something about Candace's safety had come up, and it was not the French thing. It's not that.
No.
It's not that at all.
This was in July.
Something else. No, that's when his sermons was. I'm talking about when it actually got taken down, and why we even cared to go looking at it.
Yeah.
So I think like something had happened, and somebody had threatened her. Maybe that's what it was. And then in that sermon, he's quoted as saying, her and Tucker are not safe anymore.
Not safe in the world, yeah.
Right.
Something like that.
So that made us want to go back to that, because there was something, I don't remember exactly what it was, but there was someone's safety was in question, or somebody threatened somebody. And, I don't know who, but that's what made us go back and look at that again.
Yeah.
And so it ended up being something, and ended up exposing some stuff. And we're glad that, big creators thought it had enough weight to talk about.
Even the Grace Chapel Church, I screen recorded that in in September, and Baron's asking me, do you see this? Can you find this? And I'm like, oh yeah, I have that. I have it all, because I didn't know that they deleted that too. So that Charles Highwalk, who is an ex blah blah blah, and in law enforcement, he is great friends with Butch Hibbs. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to my X and you'll see all this. He's the one who had that footage from Butch, and then they're walking in and they're filming Charlie. That really great footage of them walking in. Yep. Butch took that. Butch Hibbs, which is Jack Hibbs's brother, and he did like a Charles, which his name's Charles Highwalk, did like a whole thing. He's admin for this church, and he did a whole entire thing, a 3-page detailed thing of the event, how Butch came in there and he was called to this day. And the thing that I felt, it wasn't like a bad post, it was more like how he said it was Charlie's assignment. That bothered me a little bit, but the post is gone now. Like it's like everybody's deleting stuff. So guys, when you're an investigator, just make sure you grab those things and don't let them go, because it could be important.
That's
one day.
A very valid point. Like, especially if you're researching, before you even take it and tell somebody about it, before you even take what you found and post it somewhere. Yeah. Record it. Stuff is literally disappearing faster than we can find it now. Yeah. And it's starting to slow things down. And I don't think that is by accident.
Oh, somebody sent us something there. Chris is going to read it.
Oh, okay. What do we got here?
And I can't read that. Antigone?
Antigone and
or am I saying it wrong?
Antigone.
9813. Thank you so much for the super chat. What's the question? Or is it a question?
Thank you for all your research and collaboration you've done for this investigation. You are amazing, Allie.
Thank you so much.
She is.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. I gotta tell you something. Okay, talking to a lot of men and a lot of girls online regarding this case. My man has been so supportive of this. It takes up a lot of my day. It takes up a lot of my time, and I'm doing this for Charlie. I want to find out what happened because we all know this is. Now that he's seen that I'm invested so much into it, he's like, "You have something here." With his audio experience, tech experience, he has seen the videos now and he's going through it with me, and he's become a huge support and a part of this too. You're a part of this too because I couldn't have done it without him as well.
I do that much.
It's not true.
She does that much.
It's not true.
And if you wanted to know why she's the face of the operation, it's because now you've seen my face. Now you know why we put the pretty one out there in front of the camera.
He is,
and I'm in the cave doing this.
If anybody didn't see the hands thing, let's do it again. Like look, ready? Let's do this again. We did it earlier. Like, what is the deal? And then go like this.
Yeah,
like he's 6'6", so the hand thing, yeah, it's I don't believe that was his hands in the coffin, and that's just my take on it.
I'm just wondering if there's
anything else.
Well, we do got a little bit more. Well, why don't we touch on this, and then we'll end the show with this. I know we still got some other stuff that we haven't even touched on, but why don't we get down to this right here?
Oh, do I have to talk about that guy?
I don't know. Should we? Like, I feel like we have to. I don't know. Also,
go check out my stuff regarding Elvis and Charlie. They're so.
Oh, yeah, that was actually interesting.
Yeah. Check it out on my X. It's just like building that legacy and like the microphone being encased in that box. Like Elvis had the same thing in Graceland. Like he has the exact same thing. But go check it out on my. I don't want to talk about that. I'll do it on a different.
Ali just made a really interesting connection between Graceland and what Turning Point.
I don't know
what they want to do for Charlie there.
They're making a museum or something. So like we don't know.
Museum, a mausoleum. I don't know.
We don't know yet. But anyways, you want to talk about Brian Harbaugh?
Yeah, why not? Let's talk about him. Our issue is everybody thinks he's like the mastermind and the most genius person in the planet, and they think he's the head of Charlie's security. And honestly, he's none of those things.
I don't think so.
One thing I just want to point out, right? We've been calling him the head of security so much, but he's not.
Yeah.
So we've actually screwed up the internet algorithm. So now when you type in his head of security, Harpole comes up.
Yeah.
He's not. Yeah. Flood is.
Yeah.
We've said that wrong so many times that we've actually screwed up the search. Now when you go to do that, you can't find Flood.
Yeah.
You can't find him. And I find it interesting that, like, I don't know. If I was the person who was going to try to do this, right, would I hire or put a lot of responsibility in Mr. Harpool's hand to carry this out? Like, he's a jittery, fearful, incompetent person.
Allegedly.
And I would not put him in charge. But,
well, first of all, I thought Dan was. Like, that's my interpretation of this from beginning, that Dan is head of everything. So we're talking about Brian, how he's head of everything. Guess what? He might not know anything. Let's just put it out there. He might not know anything. People are saying there's stuff in his pockets. That he's doing stuff. You know what? Chris will talk about that, because there is stuff that you can put in your pockets for. You said for, is it radio?
Yeah, communications.
There's a little turn knob in your pocket to hear, because they had that in their ears, right?
So, like, I just try to look at things logically, right? So, like, I've done a million events, and I use walkies and different kind of communications devices, right? So you see that all the security's got their earbuds, right? So let's think about this logically. That's a cable, goes down their shirt. Where does that go? That's got to go into a pack somewhere, right? Right. It's got to go in there. It has to plug in somewhere, unless they're all just wearing earbuds, not connected to anything, just to look cool. Right. Like,
where does that wire go, babe?
So, and then you look, right, and you look at most of these guys' belts. there's nothing strapped there. There's no walkie-talkie. There's no communication thing. There's nothing strapped to these guys at all. Right?
There's a walkie-talkie though. We saw that.
One guy.
On the back. Yeah.
One guy had one thing, and there's what, 12 of them, a dozen of them. So how are they talking to each other? So there is smaller walkie-talkies, literally this big. Yeah. That big, man, that you can fit in your pocket.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, and even not just walkie-talkies, there's other communication devices within the film entertainment and TV world that can be used. Mm-hmm. And almost all of them have a dial on the top that you rotate. So personally, I don't think these guys all have detonators. There's 10 guys walking around with detonators and triggers in their pockets. I personally think that's ludicrous, and I think we've might have overanalyzed that a little bit. I personally think the guys are just adjusting their walkies. And like a good example of this is when you look at one moment where Brian Harpool walks up and he goes to talk to Dan Flood. So he walks up, and this is a chain of events. His hand goes in his pocket. He looks over. He does something. They say something.
Yeah.
Harpool walks back, and then he adjusts his pocket again. Right? Everybody's seen that. Now, I'm going to give you my take on what happened. He wasn't triggering anything. He wasn't getting ready to prime something. There was no like weird stuff going on. What he did is he turned down the volume so he could have a conversation with Dan. And then when the conversation was done, he turned his volume back up. One thing, when you have your walkie on max volume, it's staticky, it feeds back, it sucks. So you don't want to have it on max the whole time.
Right.
You want it the lowest it can be that you can still hear what's going on clearly.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So these guys in that position where the crowd screams and cheers while they're cranking their volumes up. And when they settle back down, they're dialing them back down. And I think literally that's what we're seeing most of the time when it comes to what they're doing in the pockets. And I also want to point out Brian Harpool, some people said that he was trying to trigger something. I'd like to point out, if you're going to trigger anything, you know, you're going to want a clear line of sight. It's just kind of common sense. You're going to want a clear line of sight. And if I can be honest, his line of sight was literally the worst of every security guard that was there, except for the guys who were on top of the bridge looking down behind the tent who couldn't even see him. I think they're the only ones who had a worse vantage point.
I feel like nobody's talking about it, but Rick Cutler, hello. Okay, I'll tell you what it is. It's the obvious person doing the most obvious thing, and nobody wants to talk about it because it's too obvious. Does that make sense? Well, we can't talk about it because he was just, he was just doing nothing. No, he was doing something. I'm sorry. And why aren't we talking about this? I know so many people have done a huge amount of time on him.
I know.
And I appreciate people doing that, and not being afraid to do that, because some people don't want to even talk about him.
Yeah.
And
And he's a one-off too, right?
Yeah.
Like he's a one-off hire. So like if you wanted to bring a ringer in to do something, he's a good one to do it.
Yeah.
And like, to be honest, when it comes to Harpool, can you think of a better fall guy to cover Dan Flood than Harpool? Can you think of a better fall guy? Because think about it, right? Dan Flood should have been the one who went on Sean Ryan.
Yep.
He should have been the one on Sean Ryan talking about why the team that he hired failed and why he failed. That's what should be happening.
And I don't think he asked any tough questions. Like, come on my show and I'll ask you the tough questions, because I don't think any of the questions that Sean asked.
I think this is how tough the questions were.
Oh.
I like this question. I'm going to give you a question.
Aw.
Is that too tough of a question?
It's a little bit. I don't like it. I don't like it.
And
I'm gonna go on a different channel, like Paramount Tactical. I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't want to go on. I don't want to go on, let's say, Baron's show. Like, I don't want to.
Yeah, and while this is going on, guys, like everyone's coming down on him and blah blah blah, and you watch that interview and you realize he doesn't have the expertise to run a crew very well. And if you dig into his history a little bit, allegedly, those aren't even his guys. He took them from another company. He didn't even train them. Is that because he can't train anybody because of his skill set, or he didn't want to? We don't know.
We don't know.
But bottom line is,
We just can't attack a Brian because we don't really know what happened. And the ones that are not talking, like Dan Flood and Rick Cutler and a couple others, that's for me is very suspicious.
Yep. And while all this attention has been focused on Brian, Mr. Flood slithered right out the back door.
Yep.
Not one comment to anybody, not one statement, nothing said, and he's gone.
Yep.
He's gone.
Yep.
The real head of security is gone.
And we could talk
with not even an explanation.
We could talk about that a little bit because, you know, he said he wanted stuff to be covered. Remember that? I think everybody's talked about that before. Like, he wanted to get the flag staff covered. He wanted to get the hall, like
you want to do everything
the stairwell covered,
except for covering the roof.
Okay, this is, and I said this on the live stream. I go, he said all that, and then I'm like, but when we are standing there looking at the crowd, do you guys not see the roof? All you need is binoculars or one of your guys on the roof, and they could just be waving, "Hey, I'm here." I didn't see them looking at the roofs. I didn't see any binoculars. I didn't see anything.
And that's
none of that.
This is pretty much why we don't give Brian the credit that everybody else is getting. Like, everybody's like, he's the guy, he did it, like, you know, blah blah blah, and we just don't see that.
Yeah.
We look at the interview, we look at what happened, and we just don't see that.
Yeah.
And I actually want to say this, like, he lied a lot, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. About the drones, we already know that.
On the interview, right?
Yeah.
Like, there was a lot.
There was a lot. But it's been edited.
And it has been edited. We do know that. Yeah, he cut some pieces out.
Yep.
But the one thing I want to say is that he actually did say something that I actually do believe.
Yes, you do.
And that is that Dan never warned him. He never said, "Hey, this is not a good situation for you, man."
Yeah.
Everybody knows the threats were there. Everybody seemed to know, right? And he mentioned that in that interview. That's the only thing that I believe that he said, is that Flood did not tell him about the threat. And if you think about that, why wouldn't he do that? Well, would you warn your fall guy about something coming up, right? Because if you look how it's played out.
And maybe Brian wants to clear his name too, right? I don't know. Maybe he's completely innocent in all this, and that's why he went on the show. But he should go on other shows, not those, not just the two shows that are like, you know.
I feel like there would have been a lot of hard questions that he maybe didn't want to answer, and that's why he picked like maybe those avenues, maybe, right?
Yeah. Something that would fit his narrative and his position, and he wouldn't get asked the tough questions because because
like if you believe our theory, right, he would have been terrified.
Yeah.
He would have been terrified and not have been able to explain what happened.
Yeah.
Right. So if you look at how he reacts on the Sean Ryan thing, I look at him, I see a scared man.
Yeah. A lot of detail. So much detail.
I see a scared man.
A lot of detail. Why? What's all this detail about?
I don't know.
Anyways, if you watch stuff over and over again, you'll find little.
You want me to hit this?
Little tidbits. There was some person that asked here. They asked something. The video Trigger Smart just dropped. Ties Harpool and Erica's moms together. It's crazy. Yeah, that's true. Just reading some other ones here. Allie, we definitely need to do a demonstration of electricity and squibs.
Yes, and actually,
I'm gonna get an electrician.
We might. Yeah, we're working on that. We gotta have some conversations with some people, and how to actually pull that off would be very interesting. Because not only if we're gonna do that, we might as well do it all. Right?
Thanks, Mama Bear Boo 72. I'm gonna try to do that. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but like, I know people, so I'll try. Oh,
I'm just gonna read out a couple super chats here, if that's okay, Allie.
Yep.
Okay, Dog Nose 2, $2 super chat. What did security pull pass off Charlie once down? Isn't that the question of the day?
Yes.
Well, if you believe either theory, whether it's Bang or Zap, there's a lot of stuff that's got to go. There's a lot of stuff that had to get off his body and have it done quickly.
Yeah.
So they were basically, if you believe the Boom theory, they had to try to clean him up as quickly as they can, get the remnants of that mic gone.
It was 16 seconds.
Yeah. And
they did that.
Yeah. And then if you believe the Zap, Well, then they got to rip out any extra tubing, any prosthetics, that kind of stuff. They got to make sure none of that's dangling, hanging. And as we've seen, some of it was still dangling and hanging. So no matter which theory you believe, they were doing some cleanup down there, is what we think.
Because like I think I saw one footage. I didn't see anything here like securing a wound. So when he was taken off, that's from what I could see. Like I didn't see anything on here as they're taking him away. So what were they doing back there? Pushing, pulling? I don't know what they're doing.
It's weird because when he went, like from what we've seen from that side camera view, so it would have been from Charlie's right, pretty much from where the Harpool position was, where he was.
Yeah.
When you look at that angle, you see that he goes down, he lands on the cases, right? But when he goes down like this, the side that has the hole is facing down to the ground.
Remember that, guys.
And they did not roll his body. So when he's stuffing stuff in, how is he doing that? Was he reaching underneath and stuffing it in like this? Because the wound was here. It was facing down. Like the wound's here facing down. And so how is he stuffing stuff in up here to pack the wound?
Think about it, guys. Why are we throwing him on top of a case? Like not throwing him, but he does do kind of, if somebody has any kind of electricity on them, you're just going to kind of go, oh, and then just push him down so he hits something, which was that rubber. I don't know if it's rubber case.
No, it's a hard plastic case, but that still counts as a grounding.
A grounding. So he got grounded once he pushed him. Well, it looked like Dan Flood pushed him. Like, okay, I'm gonna get into this because if I'm a security guard and I'm like, you know, I'm gonna grab him, I'm gonna hold him, and I'm gonna lay him down. I'm not gonna throw him like. What is going on here? You could break his neck like that. Like he literally landed hard and his neck went like that. So I'm not okay with that. I'm okay with, you know, grabbing him, bringing him down, doing that.
Yep, and that's what you should. That's probably what you should do. Like you're not just going to throw him off. Granted, it's a danger close situation. You don't know what's going on, right? But you could have brought him down gently. I guess, like you know.
He's just gonna like what he did was odd. He just went like, go watch it. He just goes, and push it.
And that kind of supports what we think. Yeah. Like if you give the person a quick zap, right? He's going to have a residual, but it's not going to be much, right?
Yeah.
So you do that, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, he probably got a little bit of a zap.
Yeah.
But we think that's why he went down on the hard plastic cases, because as soon as he does that, charge dissipates, whatever's left over, gone.
Why was the case there?
Yeah. And it was weird. Everything being elevated was just bizarre. Like, why did you take all the plastic cases from the tents and all the gear and stack everything up on it? And the weird thing is that they plan to do it this way. So like those look like floor tiles or something that they've got everybody on. Yeah. So it's like this was their plan to come in with these tiles and like weird boxes.
Everything was shady.
Why wouldn't you just pay a carpenter a little bit of money and get mini risers built?
Yeah. And
just load those into a minivan or something. And I don't know.
Did we read this one?
No, we read that one. We're going to do this one.
We'll read another one.
Adrienne Fenton, 9375, $5 super chat. Wow, this makes so much thanks. Thank you for all of your great work.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Adrienne.
Thank you so much for that. Yes. We're trying to figure it out like everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, we're not the only ones. There's so many people trying to investigate this, and appreciate everybody.
And we usually come with a completely different take than everybody else does. Like, at least maybe that's not true. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but we feel like that, right?
I'm just going to read somebody that says she's Jamaican girl, 6372. As a nurse, I find that entire situation at the scene very suspicious. Mm-hmm. Where was EMS? They had no medical intervention plan. Weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like we seen guys walking around, but they weren't called over. Nothing happened.
They didn't get in the SUV. Like, why not bring EMS with you?
Or at least, like at bare minimum, right? If you're not going to take their help, right? And apparently Brian was trained, right?
Yeah.
So at least take the guy's whole bag. Yeah. And bring it into the car with you. Even if you don't want to like bring him in or whatever.
Literally, I bet like people have gone through this one time in their life. They literally ignored them like they weren't even existing. Like, you ever meet somebody or you're in a room and you're trying to and the person doesn't like you or whatever, and they just go, and has anybody gone through that?
Yeah.
I know Dan saw him and he just pretended like he didn't exist. Nothing.
Yeah.
We needed those EMS, and I actually, this nurse that commented, I actually went on a live space with an EMS on there, and I think it was Blake's or Kelly's live. I can't remember, or maybe was it Trigger Smarts? No, I think it was Blake's. So I went on there, and he was discussing his interpretation of, you know, what these guys were. Were they, you know, at his level of EMS? And I think they were university students, but I know that one guy has really, I don't know what level, but he's high level EMS, so he could have helped. And then I asked the question, so can they intervene? So this is a question that I have. If any EMS people are in the chat, I asked this one guy, can you intervene and tell those security guards to get out of there because you're more qualified? But they didn't do it, right? Yeah. So an EMS can do that. Excuse me, you get out of here. I am going to control the scene. I'm going to secure the scene, which they did not do. They didn't secure the scene, as I am like, I done CPR. You have to secure the scene and all that kind of stuff. They didn't secure the scene. They have like even that guy that does the Eufy branding or whatever for the show, for the event.
Oh, the Y-Free or
Y-Free or whatever.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
He's there, Lance. Yeah, he's like handy and passing. He's helping carry. I mean, no, you shouldn't even be. You know, the neck and stuff should be secure. They had the neck brace, guys. They had the neck brace there. They didn't put the neck brace on. They didn't carry him properly. They even had the, what do you call that thing that you put on the person on?
The mini stretcher.
Mini stretcher?
Yep.
They had all that there. Nope. I know that it was precedent to get him out of there.
Sorry, I don't. It's just some funny comments. So,
oh gosh.
I just want to say, guys, we can't bring up super chats and comments on the screen. Sorry. I noticed a couple of you guys mentioning
I will next time.
We got some funny comments though. So like here we are talking about first responders, right?
Yeah.
And Waffles Bacon 5 is like, and Erica thanked the first responders 2 days after, for being
what first responders? Yeah, you're right. What the heck is she talking about? What first responders?
Everybody's saying that they're all crisis
and
actors.
Amazing Mikey, of course, we know what the Amazing Mikey did, right?
God.
Amazing Mikey did a lot of like heroic things that day. He didn't even, if you look at it, when he fell, he didn't even see anything. He's already gone.
Oh yeah.
He didn't see the juice come out of him. He didn't see him fall completely onto the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want somebody like that in my life if that happened to me.
Well, no. his courage at this point is pretty well known. Did we finish off any of that? I wanted to know if we touched on everything. If not, we'll still be available for questions.
Amfest was just a joke. Like,
we didn't touch on Amfest. We can quickly. You want to touch on it quickly? It was kind of embarrassing for them, to be honest.
Well, she was saying, like Eric was saying, like, you know, can I have one thing? Can I have, ready? And I counted it 8 times in that clip. Can I have one thing? Can I have one thing? Can I have one thing? One thing. Can I have one thing? So it's the body. Like, where is it? Yeah. Can I have one thing? But you didn't answer the one thing. Where is it? Yeah. We are going to be building the most beautiful museum style. No. I want to know this. The trial is in May, I guess. Right? Now we're moving on, and we are, you know, showcasing the tent. What is going on? We are doing disgusting, reliving where a person died.
Ah, look at this. Look at that gentleman right there in the chat.
Oh, Mr. Let Go. Mr. Let Go.
Hey, Aaron.
Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Thank you, Mr. Let Go, for the $10 super chat. Shout out to my 2 favorite people. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you for supporting us.
He is freaking amazing. You go follow Aaron, okay? I
think
everybody
Mr.
does.
Let Go. If you don't know him, go check him out, man.
He you know, and we're going to talk about. He talks about how it's all connected to the tadpoles. Because
if you're a Mr. Let Go fan, you know what the tadpoles.
Yeah, because this is, if you watched Candace's last live stream, oh my God, I think he's gonna do a live about it.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna do a live about it.
If you want to know about that, make sure you catch his next stream.
Yeah.
I tell you right now, it's probably going to be filled with some spicy stuff.
Yeah.
Just
I loved her
saying.
last live stream.
I thought it was good, man.
Yeah, maybe some people don't want to get into it. It's a very touchy subject, but yeah, I loved it. But
Yeah.
Amfest, didn't like the tent. Like let's just say your
That's horrible.
tadpole. When I say tadpole, I get that from Mr. Lecco. It's a small little
Youngster.
Yeah.
An underage youngster.
Imagine your tadpole was, tragically passed away from a pool accident, right? Are you gonna like set up a pool display or have people around the pool and take selfies? Like, it's
a bad taste, man. I don't know who like sanctioned that. Like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like,
yeah, she wanted one thing, and she didn't want anybody to desecrate the body and his grave and his everything, his legacy and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, what was this Amfest then? I don't understand. I couldn't even watch it. She's throwing the hats. She's throwing the hats. They're doing selfies behind the tent. It's just, for me, and
I completely agree. And I completely agree.
I couldn't watch it. It was just like, okay.
Was it them just to show up so they could do this? Hey, great job, everybody. Good job, guys. Let's pat ourselves on the back.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. And the book, guys, that is not his hand. Show him your hand, babe. That book. Stop in the name of, that is not Charlie's hand. Show him your hand. We're going to do hands one more time, guys, because if you just tuned in now, we are going to show our hands. That's my hand.
Okay, so what she's talking about is the new book that's being promoted, right? And,
Stop in the name of God.
And it's got his hand like that, right?
Yeah, well, his hand kind of like that. Yeah.
What?
Like, oh, hi, toddler.
It's not it. Like, if you look at even how the arm goes, like, it's like his arm would have to be like, I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's like,
whose hand is that?
Why can't we just see his real hands?
Yeah.
Why can't we see them? We can't see them on an advertisement for his book. We can't even see them when he's in his coffin. Yeah. Can we please see?
Can I see the hands, please? Yeah.
Will the real CK please stand up? I don't even. Or rest in peace. Yeah. But like, it's, I don't know. It's just like, why be so transparently phony? I don't know. Yeah. It's bizarre.
Yeah. We talked about hands already so many times, but yeah, we rewind and we showed our hands because like he's 6'6" and he has the same size as Charlie. So we disagree that the hands in the coffin are not his. I'm just gonna say it.
I don't think it's his.
No. What else do you want to talk about? I think we're almost done.
I think we kind of pushed through. I'm just looking at all our notes, and what you can't see here is we've got a massive like billboard here.
I don't know how you do it, Mr. Lecco.
And we've got all these notes, the whole breakdown of the entire show. We got notes everywhere. We got so much notes.
Yeah. I'm sorry I can't bring up media. Maybe next time I will be able to, but this is my first live, guys, and I didn't want to like screw it up and go, oh, now you can't hear me.
Like, we go to bring up a chat or roll media and we kill the stream or something.
Like, I don't want to do that. I want to risk it for my first live. So I hope everybody, got a chance to see our theory, and thank you for all your comments again. But what else do you want to close this up now?
Sure. I just hope that in general, that we bring a different take to the investigation. We don't want to be like everybody else. We're trying to follow the facts, but we're trying to point out things that other people maybe won't see or didn't think was important, or maybe even overlooked or didn't even notice. And that's always going to be what we try to do. Yeah. So I just hope you guys appreciate that. I hope we didn't ramble on a little bit too much tonight. I hope it was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. And we will be available to answer some more questions on X. Both Ali and I are always there. So Ali Top Files and Ali Files team. Yeah,
so thank you so much for coming to our first live, because this isn't just me; it's also my partner. He's a big part of this. So thank you so much for coming. And I want to shout out my moderators. in the chat. I want to thank like all the YouTubers that started this, like Mr. Let Go and the Scooby-Doo team. Like this is how
Shout out Scooby-Doo team.
Scooby-Doo team, Ava, Charlie's Angels. I don't want to say her name. Marjorie. There. So the LT2 girl, I forgot what her name is, but everybody like Baron, Ian,
actually,
Trigger Smart,
you
Kelly.
Want to know what? Let me just zip into my notes on my phone. We've got a whole list of sources that we intend to thank right now.
We got a list.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many, and we apologize.
Let me read it.
And we apologize if we've left somebody off this list, but that's the list that we got.
Well, yeah,
right there.
Oh,
that's the
Baron, whole Ian Carroll, Candace, Valhalla, Coach Colin, Amani, Ava.
Dee got a podcast. Mr. Let Go.
Yeah.
Kelly Raybon, Trigger Smart,
Scooby-Doo team.
Yeah. Sword Truth, Sam Parker, Project Constitution, Diligent Denizen.
Blake Benzenar, I think that's how it's.
Yeah. Did we say Kelly Raybon?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my girls in my X, I forgot what her handle is. I think it's Wishbone and Lindsay. Yeah, you just gotta like see the tag. They've been great. We've been working on stuff. Yeah.
And Waffles Bacon is saying we need to mention them too.
Waffles Bacon, yes.
Shout out to Waffles Bacon.
There's so many people that are helping in this stuff. It's crazy.
We try to thank as many people as we can.
Yeah.
And we want to always.
And Billy and Brandy, like go watch their stuff too. They're like phenomenal. Like they did the interview with Charles McClintock, the one that did all the photography. So you gotta check them out too. They're really, really good.
And so, somebody says we need an orange sweater.
We need orange? Why orange? Why?
Oh, somebody's saying, Wolves in Finance and Danks. We haven't touched too much on that stuff, but funny thing, we actually just got in touch with Danks today.
Yes, we did.
And we are a big fan of both Wolves in Finance and Danks' work. American Dankster. So if you want to know about the financial end of this, check those guys out.
Someone said Patriotic Housewife. Yeah, she did some clips on me. Like, thank you so much. Like, whoever did any kind of video on me or shared something that I've done, like, thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate it. Like, what else? Yvonne, yes, he called me the GOAT. Thank you. One more time. But we're gonna come back again. I do want to bring up media and pictures.
Yeah, we do want to have guests eventually. We'll get there, guys.
Yeah.
And,
I want to do like examples, and maybe we can have an electrician here. That'd be really cool too.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. We have a lot more to do.
Thank you very much, guys, and see you on the next one.
See you on the next one. Bye.